Look at the difference.
Does size matter?
Size matters.
Size matters. Holy cow, wild horses, this thing is beef. I feel like,
I feel inadequate.
I feel inadequate. Welcome back, Broken Bronco Garage. You remember Kevin and I? We just did kingpins on Dana 30 for Project PixyStix. If you watched that video, if you haven't, I'll put a link in the description below. Watch that video now. It's entertaining. We made mistakes. We fixed them. It's right. But today, we're gonna start working on the Dana 30 again. Kevin's gonna tackle most of this. I'm gonna be his assistant today, but we're gonna do this drag link. You see how crusty this thing is? It probably needs to be changed. So we, of course, called our partners at Wild Horses and said, we need a drag link for a Dana 30. Whoop, whoop, whoop. A couple days later, it's in the mail and it's here. So today, we're gonna throw it on. I told you Kevin was here.
Morning, everybody.
What are we doing, bud?
Well, we're going to be replacing the drag link and the tie rods on our Dana 30, and we're going to be using the Wild Horses kit 2351 right here they sent us.
All right, let's show them what is in that kit.
So this is part 2351. It comes with everything you see here. We've got the big piece in the middle, and it's got your description on every single piece, so you can't screw it up. This is your center tie rod. Then you've got your tie rod sleeves and your tie rods. Additionally, it's got your drag link, two-piece drag link with the sleeve, so each one of these pieces are adjustable.
I work out.
It's pretty stout.
Dude,
When you look at that compared to when we get this up next to the stock one, you're gonna see this is sturdy.
It's ridiculous. Like, we have custom-made off-road Heim joint tie rod over on the Old Man and the Turd. I think it's as thick as this.
It is. It absolutely is. That's beefy.
Yeah, let's put it on.
All right. All right, so this is our old drag link. You can see it's kind of crusty. If you look here, I mean, these bushings, the rubber washers and everything, they're done. So when you get ready to inspect yours, if yours is sitting like this, it's time to change it out. It's just really simple to undo it. Take it off the pitman arm, which we don't have right now. You take it off the pitman arm, you take it off the two knuckles, and I'm gonna show you how you would do that. Take off the castle nut, get yourself a pickle fork, big hammer, a BFH.
Hammer.
And just friggin' pound right there, and these will just literally drop out. And then it's time to replace it. So once you've got it out, and you're just doing some inspections, right? It's old, it looks bad. If you're doing a nice restoration, you don't want this anyway. But when you're doing some inspections, these things are bad. These here, you should not be able to turn them and move them just like this. You guys saw the video on Frank driving it home and all that steering problems that we had. If you haven't, please watch it. We'll put a link in the description. This, when I took it off, it just rattled and flopped. When we get you and show you the new one, you'll see it's a lot of force to move this. Look at that.
You're telling me I shouldn't be able to do this?
You probably shouldn't be able to do that.
Not this easy?
You know what you feel when you can do that with your finger? You feel this with the steering wheel.
Can you make the noise?
Hold on, baby.
That's one of the biggest problems with death wobble, that and your alignment, and we'll talk about all that.
Okay, so we are going to install this today. Kevin's going to talk to you about taking a measurement because in this instance, we're going to install ours on a bench. He'll also explain to you how you can do it on the rig because most of you guys are probably watching this at home. Your truck's in your garage and you're going to do this.
Okay, so if you're doing it on your vehicle, the best way to do that is to get your tires straight, oriented directly front to front. And then when you pull it out, what you want to do, you want to take a measurement of your old drag link. And we're at 48 inches. So what we're going to do on the bench is we're going to set the knuckles up at 48 inches center to center. And that's going to give us a really good starting point. And then once you're done with this, you're always going to want to get a professional alignment. All right, so the tools we're going to need for today, we're going to need our torque wrench. We're going to need some various sockets. We've got a 9/16, we got a 5/8, and we have a 7/8. We've got some various extensions, and we have a little wrench, 5/16, but you can use a socket if you prefer. We've got some needle nose pliers. I already told you about the pickle fork, and we've got our handy dandy tape measure, and we're ready to get started.
So cute. All right, we are going to lay this out on the bench. Kevin's going to shoot some instructions over. I'm going to give it to him. We're going to get it put together on the bench. and then on the Dana 30.
All right, let's start with our tie rod assemblies, which is our big bar. 2 sleeves and 2 tie rods.
Sleeves. Tie rods. Remember earlier? Look. Kevin, come move that.
Yeah, I don't really have enough ass for that.
Yeah. That's how this should be. We would do this wrong.
Yeah, we would.
So
the good thing is we have our example. We didn't take apart, we just took it off the vehicle.
Yeah.
So if you're ever wondering about your reference point, always look at your old one. But for this, we should know that the drag link portion of this is on the passenger side. So we're gonna start this up opposite of the pumpkin. We're gonna sit it right here. And once we do the next step of this, we're gonna connect our adjustable drag link up to our pitman arm. So that's why it's oriented like this, and we can go ahead and get started. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're just gonna put these on. These sleeves are threaded so where you can put one in and the other in, and then when you manipulate the sleeve, it tightens them both up or loosens them both up. We're gonna preset this as close to 48 inches as we can get, and then we'll go from there, see how we look.
is one left-handed threaded and one right-handed?
One is left-hand thread, one is right-hand thread. So you just gotta get them started. Be very careful, don't cross-thread it when you start it. It should go on very easily. And then once we get them both started, maybe 3 threads in, then all we have to do is manipulate the sleeve and we can tie it and we can suck it in. So let's go ahead and get started. Just make sure your first set, you get on there nice and easy by hand. It should go on smooth. Don't cross-thread it. If it doesn't start like that, you're going the wrong way.
Reverse thread.
Reverse thread on that one. So we're gonna get it, we're gonna get it 4 or 5 threads in. And then we're gonna take our tie rod. And we're gonna get it started, 4 or 5 threads in.
The opposite direction.
Opposite direction. The reason that's important is once you get them started and you've got them about even, now if I hold this and I hold this, you should be able to do that sleeve towards me. Yep, that way. And we're walking it in. So again, you're making sure that you don't cross thread anything. We're doing it by hand, nice and easy. There we go. See how easy that went on? It's the way it should go on if you're doing it right. If you get it too tight and it doesn't feel right, you're probably cross threading it. You screw up these threads, you're calling Wild Horses for a new kit. Hold that sleeve for me, thank you. Okay, so how's that look as far as even goes?
Pretty close.
Pretty close. All right, before we do anything else, let's take a measurement.
Okay.
We need to be at 48, right?
Yep.
I know we're larger than that, but let's see where we're at.
Center to center?
Center to center. They should be close to pointing straight up. I'm on center.
56 inches.
56 inches. So we got to suck this in 8 inches.
You're mathing.
Mathing. Math is hard.
Math's hard.
Math is hard.
Let's see how we look now. So just that simple adjustment's already taken us down to 52. So we got some ways to go,
2
but
inches on each side.
yeah, but we've made some progress. And you want to keep this even. I think we got a little bit more on this one that we can put in, but we have to go in 4 inches total.
And how you can determine if it's even is assuming that this measurement to here is the same.
Should be.
You can take it off the castle nut. Here I'm 11 inches.
Okay. I am 12 inches.
Okay, so we need that one to go in 1 inch, then we'll redo it all.
Once you get this in the vise, if you can hold this steady, you might be rocking it back and forth. See how holding this and trying to turn that, it's getting tighter. So you may be adjusting it like this. That's fine, as long as you take a quarter turn there, quarter turn here, you'll keep it even.
48, buddy.
48. All right. So now what we need to do is just make sure that this piece is kind of oriented straight up in the front.
Okay.
So let's turn these.
Show Karen.
We're looking for this piece where our drag link goes to be oriented straight up and down as a good starter. So we're really close. I think yours needs to come towards you a little bit. Right there. Let's take it out of the vise and let's see how we look in the knuckles.
This right here has to go in here on the knuckle. So you don't want the washer here.
Your tie rods are tapered from the bottom up in the knuckle. Oh man, that takes a lot of work to get that. Look at that. Did you have to manipulate that at all?
No.
So again, our starting measurement, 48, off of the old one. We set our knuckles to 48. We did the adjustment here on the bench, and now we're ready to walk this on.
Probably an important thing to comment on, don't tighten anything up until you're done. That includes these sleeves. Leave these loose.
Yeah. So we're just getting this on just enough to get the taper to start pulling in, and I'm doing it by hand. So now we're sitting here like this. This is what it's gonna look. I think we're gonna need to ratchet strap that down.
You want me to ratchet strap?
Yeah, I think we need a ratchet strap.
We like ratchet straps.
I'll hold this.
Are you new to this channel? If you haven't noticed, we ratchet strap everything. I think we're tight.
All right. So now we're gonna set our drag link portion of this, the adjustable drag link. Again, we took a measurement for our first measurement for our tie rods. Now we're gonna take one for the drag link. And again, we're just setting it up stock, what we took it off. So from the center to the center is 28 3/4 inches. So that's where we're gonna start on our drag link up to our pitman arm, 28 3/4.
Hey, look what I found.
Hey, pitman arm.
This is a pitman arm. At home, if you don't know what this is your pitman arm. Your pitman arm, guess where it goes? It goes in your steering box. Kevin, where'd your steering box go?
Steering box is outside frame rail front.
Right here, right?
Yep,
Pitman
right
arm
there.
connects to that, right?
Absolutely.
At what degree?
Driver's side 10 degrees or so.
Okay.
And when your wheels are straight forward.
Okay, so driver's side 10 degrees when your wheels are straight forward. This is your pitman arm. This portion is what connects your drag link to your steering. So when you steer, this moves. But there's something important, and I'm not gonna lie, I try to be super honest.
Yeah.
I learned this from Mr. Wild Horses.
Okay.
So
Jim taught you.
Jim taught me something right now by reading his website. If you have a early 66 Bronco, you may have to change your pitman arm. There's a casting number on your early 66 Bronco. This is not a early 66 Bronco casting arm. This is the part number. Clean it. I'm gonna put the early 66 Bronco casting number right here. If yours is right here, you need to change your pitman arm. Review Wild Horses website. You'll learn something. I mean, my name is Bronco Man 6, and I did not know that.
Hey, reading is fundamental.
I can still do it.
Okay, so again, these are opposite thread. So all we have to do now is just walk our sleeve on.
Opposite thread meaning one's left, one's right.
One's left, one's right. So the adjustment that you can do is with the sleeve.
Okay.
This one seems like it's going on a lot easier than the other one.
I agree.
Probably means we're making a mistake.
Well, we're good at making mistakes.
All right, let's check that now.
28.
28 3/4.
We're 29 3/4. So you're
Hey.
1 inch.
All right.
That's like this.
It is like that. Good. Another 1/2 inch of movement here if we need it. Center,
We're close enough to 28.
28 3/4.
Oh, let's do it again then.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to come back out about a 1/4 inch.
All right. So I went in too far, but that's why we're taking multiple measurements. Can't screw this up as long as you're taking your time and double checking your work. Let's check that.
Now, I'm gonna call that good.
Okay. So
I have a question though.
Yeah.
One's straight, one has an angle.
One has an angle. So when we put this on, let's walk it like this.
Okay.
So we're gonna point yours up because that's how we're gonna connect to the pitman arm,
Correct.
right? All right, so we're gonna put this on, right? No, we're not.
It doesn't fit much.
So what we did And I'm gonna show you what you can do at home. You gotta just make sure that the tapered portion of the tie rod bar is out. So this tapered, just like everything else is tapered, this is what's gonna tighten it up. So if you're getting down there and you're putting it on and it doesn't fit, just this, turn it upside down, make sure that the big hole's facing out. Now, when we put this in, it slides right in. We're gonna put this in, hand tight, it fits right in the taper. Put our castle nut on there, just enough to get it started. Hand tight, nothing big, right? There we go.
So in a perfect world, you're putting this on your early Bronco right now. We're not that far along. We're still working on Project PixyStix. It's still a frame with a Coyote engine, building the Dana 30 for it. But I think it's important that you guys know, again, we discussed what a pitman arm is.
So you're sitting here like this on your vehicle. This is gonna walk up into it. We can maybe just set it in there just to show.
Sure.
Just like that. It's tapered. Get your castle nut on there, drive it down. Now we haven't talked about torque specs yet. SAE torque specs for a 7/16 castle nut is 50 foot-pounds. So we're gonna go along on these and we're gonna torque them down to 50 foot-pounds. Now it's time to tighten it up. It's in, it fits, our geometry's right. We're gonna tighten it down. So right now I'm just gonna tighten these up lightly with the impact wrench. See how it sucks? I'm gonna get it like that on each side. Then what we would do is we would take our, can you get me the torque wrench, please? It's right here, I got it.
I got it. What do you want set to?
50, please.
50 foot-pounds.
So we're just taking this down to 50. Okay, double click. Now what you need to make sure, after you get it to 50, you should make sure that you're in alignment so you can put your cotter pin in there. And I see our hole right there. Okay, so we got it torqued down to 50 plus or minus so you can turn your castle nut so that you can get your cotter pin in there. We're gonna get our cotter pin in. Tap that baby in. Then you just take your needle nose pliers and turn your cotter pin. Some people like to go over, some people like to go left and right. That's personal preference. As long as your headpiece is still in the slot, just gonna walk that around like that. There we go. Now you're just gonna rinse and repeat. Do it again. Now, as far as the sleeves go, again, you're gonna get this professionally aligned, hopefully. These sleeves and the lock pieces, once you've got it to the measurement that you want, it's a personal preference how you want these to look. You can spin these around to where the nuts are in the back. You can have them to the front. That's completely up to you. What we're gonna do just for purposes today, we're just gonna lock these down. You're gonna get them out towards the edges so that you're on the sleeve and the threads that are inside it, and we're gonna lock it down. So now we're just gonna tighten our sleeves down. We got them where we want them. That's all there is to it. All right, so we've got our tie rods on, we've got our drag link on, we've got our cotter pins in, everything's done except for the last step, which are these little zert fittings. And we've got 4 of them that we're gonna end up putting on right in here. And that's what your little 5/16 wrench is for. Snug it up and you're done. These are greasable. Things that you need to check once you're done, completely installed, and probably, like your preventive maintenance, double check and make sure your sleeves are still tight. Make sure that if you get them straight and you set it at 48, you can double check that measurement, make sure that they're not walking out.
Or whatever measurement yours is.
Yeah, whatever measurement yours was at. You can put a little paint pin on here as a visual inspection. Those are all kinds of things you can do just to keep yourself rest assured that everything is the way it's supposed to be. Once you're done with this step, I recommend you take it into alignment shop. They will manipulate this however they need, but you've given them a really good start and you're good to go. This is how you install your adjustable drag link and tie rods.
So I hope you're enjoying this. We're bringing you guys along as we build Project PixyStix. Big thanks to Wild Horses, man. They make really quality parts. We're excited to be building this Bronco with their parts, but this is our Dana 30. So far you guys have seen 2 install videos on that. We did the kingpins, and now we've done the tie rod and drag link. We got more to come on these. If you're enjoying them and learning something, let us know in the comments below. That's how we're gonna continue to grow our channel, is just by interacting with you guys, you telling us what you want to see. Hopefully you're enjoying this, but thanks for tuning in to Broken Bronco Garage. We'll see y'all next time.
Please like.
Please follow. Please subscribe.